You think it's bad luck? Or maybe life just isn't fair to you? But what if I told you the real reason you keep repeating the same patterns has nothing to do with the outside world, and everything to do with what's going on inside your mind? Let's be real. You're not stuck because life is hard. You're stuck because your subconscious is on autopilot, and it's running a script you never wrote. The same thoughts, the same reactions, the same disappointments, again and again, like clockwork. But here's the breakthrough. Patterns don't repeat because they're permanent. They repeat because your brain is addicted to them. Your brain is wired for survival, not success. That means it craves what's familiar, even if what's familiar is pain. That's why people stay in toxic relationships. That's why they sabotage money. That's why they shrink around opportunity. It's not because they want to fail. It's because their brain is trying to keep them safe. And what's safe? The known. Even if the known is misery, the brain forms neural loops. Think of them like grooves on a record. The more you play them, the deeper they get. The harder it is to jump to a new track. So when you find yourself back in the same situation, it's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign your subconscious is still clinging to an old frequency. But here's the good news. You can rewire it. Will Smith once said, "Self-discipline is self-love. If you truly love yourself, you'll break the cycle." Ed Mylett talks about how his biggest breakthroughs came from doing the uncomfortable things his past self always avoided. He calls it identity shifting, becoming the version of you that's no longer available for the old life. Sarah Jakes Roberts said, "You can't heal what you keep pretending isn't hurting you. Ignoring your patterns only makes them louder." These people didn't escape their cycles by accident. They consciously chose new patterns and repeated them until the old ones lost power. Dr. Joe Dispenza's research shows that 95% of who you are by the age of 35 is just a program, a set of memorized behaviors, emotional reactions, and beliefs. That means if you keep reliving the same day, it's because your body is addicted to the emotions of your past. Anxiety, doubt, scarcity. Those aren't just feelings, they're chemical habits. And the moment you start feeling differently, even for 5 minutes a day, you begin to detach from the loop. That's where meditation, journaling, breathwork, and visualization come in, not as trends, but as neurological interventions. Every time you pause, reflect, and imagine a new future, you're creating new neural pathways. You're telling your brain, this is where we're going now. And the more you repeat the new pattern, the more the old one dies. Millions are breaking patterns right now. And it's not a coincidence. It's a collective awakening. People are healing generational trauma, shifting their money blueprint, rewiring relationships, choosing authenticity over approval. You see it in the rise of self-awareness content, therapy becoming normalized, nervous system regulation going viral on TikTok, and mindfulness apps topping the charts. We're not just chasing success anymore, we're chasing alignment. Here's the truth. You're not broken, you're patterned. Your results aren't personal, they're programmed. You're not lazy, you're stuck in a familiar loop. But that loop? It's not who you are, it's just who you've been. And once you realize that, everything changes. The moment you observe your old pattern instead of reacting to it, you're no longer the pattern. You're the awareness. And awareness is the first step to freedom. So here's your invitation. Don't run from your patterns. Witness them, disarm them, replace them. Every time you choose calm over chaos, gratitude over fear, purpose over comfort, you're creating a new future, a new timeline, a new reality. And that old story that's been running your life, it doesn't get to win unless you stop writing. So, write again, write better, and never forget, you are not your past. You are the pattern breaker.